The WWE Universe has witnessed its share of jaw-dropping moments, but few compare to the night Bron Breakker, a rising force in sports entertainment, delivered a spear to WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H. It was a moment so sudden, so explosive, that the energy inside the arena shifted instantly. For a split second, time seemed to freeze as the 14-time world champion and corporate cornerstone hit the canvas. Fans erupted into a chaotic mix of cheers, gasps, and disbelief. While WWE has built its legacy on dramatic confrontations, this was more than just a segment. It was a symbolic clash between generations, and perhaps the first public fracture in what many believed was a mentor-protege relationship destined for success. The rise of Bron Breakker's journey in WWE, has been nothing short of meteoric. The son of Rick Steiner and nephew of Scott Steiner, Breakker carries the weight of wrestling royalty on his shoulders, and he's embraced it. From the moment he debuted in NXT, his raw power, explosive athleticism, and fearless presence commanded attention. He captured the NXT championship in rapid fashion, proving he was not just another second-generation star, but a once-in-a-generation athlete. Breakker's arsenal, highlighted by his bone-rattling spear, has made him a dangerous opponent in the ring. But it's his intensity and hunger to be the guy in WWE that has set him apart. Seeds of tension with Triple H. Behind the scenes, Triple H has been one of Breakker's biggest champions, spotlighting him in NXT and praising his work ethic. But in recent months, subtle cracks began to appear. Insiders point to creative differences as a major factor. Triple H envisioned Breakker's rise as a steady, carefully paced climb toward the main event scene. Breakker, however, wanted the rocket strapped to his back now. Reports suggest Breakker began feeling sidelined despite strong crowd reactions and consistent performances. The tension reportedly came to a head during private conversations, where Breakker expressed frustration over what he perceived as a lack of opportunity on the main roster. The boiling point: a live event confrontation. The breaking point came during a recent live WWE event, a setting where unscripted energy can sometimes spill over. The segment began innocently enough: Breakker in the ring with a live mic, cutting a passionate promo about his place in WWE and his belief that he was ready for the top spot. Then, Triple H's music hit. The game made his way to the ring, microphone in hand, and the mood in the building changed. Their exchange quickly escalated. Triple H, in his authoritative tone, reminded Breakker of the importance of patience, respect, and earning one's place. Breakker, visibly fired up, interrupted repeatedly, his voice dripping with frustration. And then it happened. With no warning, Breakker exploded forward, delivering a thunderous spear that folded Triple H in half. The sound of impact was deafening. Triple H hit the mat hard, stunned, as Breakker stood over him, chest heaving, eyes locked on his fallen mentor. Crowd reaction: shock, cheers, and chaos. The crowd's reaction was electric and conflicted. Gasps rippled through the arena, followed by a roar that blended cheers for Breakker's defiance with outrage over his blatant disrespect. Fans in the front row looked stunned, some with hands over their mouths, others cheering wildly. Social media lit up within seconds, with hashtags like #BreakkerSpear and #HHH downtrending worldwide. Backstage fallout. Backstage, the mood was tense. Officials and producers quickly surrounded Triple H, helping him to his feet. Breakker reportedly left the arena immediately after the segment, refusing interviews. Multiple WWE superstars took to Twitter and Instagram within hours. Some praised Breakker for making a bold statement. Others warned him that attacking someone with Triple H's influence could end his career before it truly began. Triple H responds. In the days following the incident, Triple H addressed the WWE locker room in a closed-door meeting. According to those present, his tone was calm but firm. "This is a business built on respect. If you think you can bypass that, you're in the wrong place." While he did not mention Breakker by name, it was clear the message was directed toward him. Triple H emphasized that WWE is a team environment and that actions like this would not be forgotten, in or out of the ring. Bron Breakker's side of the story. In an exclusive post-show interview days later, Breakker did not shy away from his actions. "I respect Triple H," he said, "but respect goes both ways. I've worked my tail off since the day I got here. I'm not here to be a background player. I'm here to lead this company into the future. If that means I have to go through Triple H to prove it, then that's exactly what I'll do." Breakker framed the spear as a statement, not just against Triple H, but against what he called the old guard that controls WWE's hierarchy. Industry reactions. Veteran wrestling analysts were quick to weigh in. Some saw the moment as a calculated power move by Breakker to establish himself as a main event attraction. Others warned that attacking an executive could backfire if WWE brass sees it as crossing a line. Hall of Famers also chimed in. Booker T called it one of the boldest moves I've ever seen from a young guy, while Mick Foley expressed concern that Breakker might be burning bridges before he's even built them. Symbolism. A generational clash. Wrestling history is filled with symbolic passing of the torch moments. Hulk Hogan to The Rock to John Cena, and so on. Breakker's spear to Triple H felt like another chapter in that tradition, but with a sharper edge. Unlike scripted endorsements, this felt raw and personal. It was a message that the new generation is ready to seize control, even if they have to tear it from the hands of their mentors. Speculation on what comes next. Fans and insiders are buzzing with possibilities. Will this lead to an in-ring showdown between Triple H and Breakker? Could it escalate into a faction war, with Breakker rallying other young talent to his side? Given Triple H's reduced in-ring schedule in recent years, some believe the most likely path would be for him to appoint a surrogate, perhaps a veteran loyalist, to face Breakker on his behalf. Others insist Triple H may dust off the boots for one last battle. The spear, as a statement. Breakker's spear was more than a wrestling move. It was a declaration. In his mind, it was the only way to get the attention of WWE's decision-makers and the locker room. Whether fans see it as justified or reckless, there's no denying it succeeded in making him the most talked-about star in wrestling. The role of respect in WWE. This incident also reignites an age-old debate in wrestling: how respect is earned and maintained. Veterans argue that newcomers must prove themselves through years of dedication, paying their dues before challenging authority. Younger stars counter that, in a business built on moments, you can't afford to wait for permission. Breakker's choice puts him firmly in the latter camp. Triple H's next move. Triple H is as strategic as they come. Whether he steps back into the ring himself or orchestrates a storyline revenge through others, history suggests he won't let this slide. His career has been built on both personal vendettas and carefully planned comebacks. Whatever his next move is, it will likely be calculated to not only address Breakker, but to send a message to the entire roster. Fan anticipation at an all-time high. The WWE Universe thrives on unpredictability, and this moment has injected a shot of adrenaline into the product. Ticket sales for upcoming shows featuring Breakker have reportedly seen a spike, as fans flock to see what happens next. Merchandise sales for Breakker have also surged, proof that controversy sells. A potentially career-defining feud for Breakker. This could be the storyline that catapults him to superstardom, or ends his rise prematurely. For Triple H, it's a chance to once again step into the spotlight and prove he can still control the narrative, both inside and outside the ring. Conclusion. A new era on the horizon? The spear heard round the wrestling world may one day be remembered as the moment WWE shifted into a new era. Whether Breakker's gamble pays off or backfires remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: he's made himself impossible to ignore. The WWE Universe now waits with bated breath for the next chapter in this saga. Will it be reconciliation, retribution, or the beginning of a war for control of WWE's future? If history is any indication, the answer will come in the form of another unforgettable moment. Because in WWE, anything can happen,